Hey guys, Jeff, Director of Training at Patriot Training Center. Today I want to talk to you about a gun that we like so much. We bought one and we keep it around, and everybody here at the shop picks it up and shoots it from time to time. And that's the Walther PDP Compact. This is a gun we see a lot in class. The Walther PDP Compact is a 4-inch slide with a compact frame with a magazine that holds 15 rounds. In that Glock 19 Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Compact, same size category right there. But there's a couple things about this gun we really like, and I'm just going to kind of go through that. So number one, we like the size of it, because just like the Glock 19 and the M&P 2.0 Compact, this gun can check a lot of boxes for us. We can carry this gun, we can use it as a home defense gun. You can shoot competition with it. It pretty much is a do-it-all kind of gun right here. All three of those are. This comes from the factory, optic ready. As you see, we've got a Holosun 507C mounted on here already, riding on a CNH Precision Plate. And we've got the tall sights from Ameriglow right there, serve as backup iron sights in case that optic were to go down. So that's ready from the factory, comes ready to set up with the optic of your choice. A couple of things I want to point out aesthetically about this gun that actually are functional. And I've had a lot of people comment to me, I like those cuts in the slide, that looks good. Walther calls this subterranean serrations, I believe, and they're cut really deep into the slide, deeper than most factories cut their serrations. And what that does is, you can see I can just grip it just barely with my finger right there, and I can start manipulating that slide because those cuts are extremely deep. So if you like to press check your gun, coming underneath there makes it very easy to do. If you're coming over the top here and you need to run that slide for whatever reason, those subterranean serrations or whatever they call them are very easy to handle and manipulate the gun. I like those. And what I really like is the texture of this grip. Walther, in my opinion, is the most ergonomically comfortable gun out there. Their engineers do a phenomenal job of making the gun just really fit and feel really good in your hand. And they did a really good job with this texture on the grip as well. And unlike a lot of companies, they took the texture on up high, which a lot of companies cut it off kind of down in here, and there's nothing up in here. But what is important about that to me is because I still have hands on that, so I need that texture there to keep a good grip on the gun. So this is not aggressive, yet it's tacky, and it keeps the gun in my hand. I've shot one of these. I ran it through Ed Monk's amazing active shooter instructor course when this gun first came out a few years ago, and it was hot and it was sweaty, and this gun ran and ran and ran, and I never had any issue holding on to the gun. So I was really happy with that and very impressed with that texture and the way it feels. Another thing they do down here is you see at the lip of this frame grip right here is it protrudes out just a little bit. Now there's some marketing material to that with Walther, and they claim that helps you keep the gun, see the red dot and pick up the red dot. That's not why I like it. Picking up a red dot is all about a proper index and learning how to shoot the gun. But what I do like about it is it locks my grip in. So this PDP Compact just happens to fit my hand. It's almost like they used my hand when they designed this frame. I like it so much, and it feels so good to me. My pinky just locks in right there, and I get a good firm grip. Because what your pinky does as you're shooting is it really serves as an anchor. So what it's going to do is it's going to keep the gun on target and help it return to zero. So if I take my pinky off, you'll notice ever so slightly that muzzle will rise. Now I'm not doing that. That's just because the pinky is an anchor. And as you see, as I bring the pinky back into the grip, the muzzle settles back down. So that's a thing. So I like the fact that kind of comes out right there. I don't like it for the same reason they designed it, but I like it because of the way it feels for me and fits really good. But, you know, it is what it is. So they have ambidextrous slide stops on here. You see on both this side, left and right side. And that is great because I love to lock my action open to the rear by using my trigger finger. I'm registering my trigger finger when I'm not shooting it anyway, so I can put the upward pressure on there, lock that action open real easily. But the cool thing about it though is that when I turn around here, where this slide latch is located allows me to manipulate the gun very easily without breaking my grip. And it's a very usable slide latch. Does a great job right there of what it's supposed to do. So now we talked a little bit about some of the things about this gun aesthetically and functionally. Now let's get to the main event, and that's Walther's Performance Duty Trigger, I think is what they call it, the Performance Duty Trigger. And let me tell you about the Performance Duty Trigger. I love it, and I'm going to tell you why I love it. And before we do this, we'll physically and visually inspect this gun is clear and not loaded, and we have no ammunition or magazines on the table. So this trigger, we got a little take up, and that's okay. We need take up. But once you get to the take up, a little bit of a wall right there. I've met the wall, and boom, that is a sweet, sweet trigger. So we got a pre-cocked striker in there. So what's happening is the striker is pre-cocked, and when we get to that wall, we just don't have a lot to defeat right there. And that is one of the smoothest, sweetest feeling factory triggers that I have ever felt. And it allows me to shoot this gun extremely accurately. I'm as accurate with the PDP as I am any other striker fired gun out there. And I think a lot of that is due to the trigger. So it's a really, really good trigger. But there are a couple things about this gun, like any other gun, that may or may not work for you. It's a little thick compared to the Glock a little bit, but again, to me, that doesn't bother me. I think this is a great gun and really worth anybody's consideration if you're in the market for another one of these size pistols right here. So we're going to take it out of the range. We're going to put it in action a little bit and see if I can back up my talk about how well this shoots for me. All right, the Walther PDP Compact, there it is. We talked about it in the shop, why we love it out here. There's a little footage of us getting some rounds down range right here. Sweet, sweet gun. I mean, it's so nice. What I love about it is when I'm out here, particularly with this optic, and I'm on target and I shoot, it returns to zero so quickly, so well, and allows me to really get those nice follow-up shots that I need in case I need them. So very comfortable to shoot as well. Walther and their ergonomics, just wow. Like I said, it feels like they just came and took a mold of my hand and built a gun around it. So it feels so good, and I can really manipulate this gun very easily. The serrations are great. The slide latches are in an excellent position. They both work very, very well and allow me to do the things I need to do with this gun very efficiently and most importantly, very safely. And been shooting these since they came out. They do not choke, and what I mean by that is they just run. They're like a Glock, they're like an M&P, and again, that's why we choose the guns we choose here at Patriot Training Center and the ones that we like to train with, because we want reliable guns that are going to be there for us when we need them. And that's what this PDP is. Just like the Glock, just like the M&P, this PDP is reliable. It shoots well, from a reputable company, and you can count on it, and it's got everything you need. So yeah, a great gun, and again, that's why we have it here, and that's why we do what we do with the PDP. Just like the Glock, just like the M&P. So you like it, you want to take a look at it, come train with us. We'll put it in your hand, we'll show you what you can do with it, and we'll have a great time learning how to train safely and getting better. Come see us.